Hi, aloha, it's Sherry Gorman again. Welcome to day 2 of NaNoWriMo. I actually started writing this morning. It took me about 2 hours of just sitting there and ooh, smacked. Sorry, gotta stop that. But I'm not retaking. So it took me about 2 hours of just brainstorming and trying to realize exactly how I wanted to formulate my book. But then I actually started writing my first chapter and everything flowed. I think it's been playing in my brain for a long time. So it was a lot easier than I thought. I've only got 1 chapter down, but as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to continue to plug at it and try and make up for not doing anything on NaNoWriMo yesterday and catch up for today. And by the way, here's something that looks really weird. Doesn't that look strange? Anyway, sorry, that was kind of sick and twisted. So, little Hawaii. See the cooler, my favorite place in the world, my favorite drinking beverage for writing. Can't do anything without Diet Pepsi. I am a serious addict. Don't ask me what I mean by serious because it's quite embarrassing. And I probably won't tell you the truth anyway. I don't tell anybody the truth about how many cans I put away in the event of a day. But one thing I wanted to talk about was the first chapter, and I think probably the most important thing that I've learned over the course of writing is how important the first chapter, if not the first few lines, is to your book. It's a lot of pressure, and that's why I stalled out so badly this morning, but one piece of advice that I've heard time and time again is you really need to hook the audience from the get-go. And so some things that I've found that have been useful, if you can find a really, really intriguing quote and put that at the beginning of your first chapter. I've seen first chapters that have been as short as 6 lines, but have been profound 6 lines that make you wonder what in the heck's going on. And that's been a really effective tool. I haven't used it myself, but I've seen it done, and I thought it was really an engaging way to start the book. I think you want to tell your audience enough, but not too much. You don't want to give too much away because you want to keep that intensity of the suspense rolling along. You want to keep them turning pages. Another thing that I think I've come a long way with, and I realized when I read my first chapter to my husband just a few minutes ago, is how important and how much better I've gotten. By no means I'm a genius or an expert, but how much better I've gotten at using imagery. I went to a writing conference last spring, and one thing that they really pounded or tried to drive home was another smack. See, it's awful. So anyway, that they really drove home was that you need to employ all the senses. It's not enough to say how somebody looked or the emotion that they were conveying, but try and think of the other things, like how does something feel? What's the temperature? What's going on in your body? What's, other than facial expression, what's the body doing to show us things? What's the smell that's coming across? Sounds can convey a lot of important information, and those are things that a lot of writers don't do that will make you stand out from the crowd. So anyway, that's my little blurb for today. Aloha! And I'm still maintaining my let's start out looking like crap, so then when I finally do look good, you guys will be like, oh my god, I never realized that she actually wasn't a total dog. So anyway, speaking of dogs, here's Ginger, my little writing buddy. So anyway, day 2, good luck, keep going, keep your enthusiasm up, just write, don't second guess yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mahalo, aloha,